Showed up right as I arrived here. That's look at this. Perfect timing. Where are they gonna go? Oh, they're pulling in here? We got something here, eh? Got something going on in here, I see. TI showed up and look, yeah. Right on time. See that? See how that works? Got an emergency there. Yeah, they set that up. There you go. This guy like just standing randomly out here, looking back and forth, pretending to be there for some reason. He's doing the lookout thing, you can see. Pretending that he's there for a reason, but really just there for stalking. Look at where he's standing. See? He's there for a reason, standing out front of the store. And you'll notice of course this person lets their dog run out right in the front. That makes sense, right? Down here. It's crowded today. Oh, there we go. Look at that, eh? Go figure. Go figure. See the timing? I come outside and look who's at the intersection. Right at the intersection too. Pure coincidence that they're set up there when I come outside. Jim looking over too? Watch as it's looking over here. He looks down when I look over. Camouflage over there. Out from the station and look who's right here. Who's right at the intersection. Just exited from there. And they got two of these guys right here as soon as I come out. Pure coincidence. Like every time you come out to an intersection and they're positioned right there. Nothing to see here at all. Just pure coincidence, of course. They just happen to be lined up right there at the specific spot. See? See how that works? Yeah, seems legit. Clowns. Yeah, they just happen to be there. As soon as I exit the doors, special constables there on their tricycles, going to work hard at doing nothing. Oh, now they're going to get in the vehicles here, right? Right across from where I have to go to get the bus. So you see how that works? So they're positioned directly across from where they know I have to wait to get my bus now. So they exit, as I exit the station, these two characters are right there positioned on their tricycles there. And then they go across to the cars, which you'll see are positioned right across from where I have to get the bus here. And that's what they're doing when you think they're doing legitimate work. So you can see again here. See that? Two of them there, lined up And they were given specific instructions knowing where I would be exiting. So you see, the place where I have to go to get my bus is just up here. So they just happen to randomly be positioned where I exited. So I exited from up there, came out of the station. I come down here to the area where I'm going to get my bus, and there's two of them positioned right there. And notice how they try to make it look natural, like they actually had something legitimate to do. You notice that? Like they make it look like they actually had something legitimate to take care of here. And you can see right now just arriving right here, and this is the house where I showed before where they exit right when I arrive, and they're doing this again here, so you can see she just happens to be backing up right as I arrive. Perfect timing. See that? See how that's timed? Showed that house numerous times there. I was backing up the truck the other time there, the truck, and now this person just backs out as soon as I arrive. So, pretty obvious there. Again, they receive a text message to make it precise. So, she got the text. She hesitated for a minute too, as I stopped for a minute there, waited, and then as I came closer, she went down. And this guy, it's interesting. This guy always has his dog sitting right out in the front lawn there. He wasn't doing that before, but recently he's taken to leaving his large dog just sitting right out by the street, which makes a lot of sense, right? It's not on a leash or anything. So that's another thing that they do in the operations, is they'll often have, and see she's pointing the phone over here too, they'll have them sick dogs at the target. There's one occasion which I spoke of before in 2021 where they had a guy when I was out working approach me and let a very large dog, I believe it might have been a Rottweiler, can't recall offhand what breed it was, let it off the leash and let it run towards me. So you can see over there, they're doing that intentionally. They let the dog just sit out there right in front of the house to send a message, kind of thing. And they're both, these creeps here, they're both sitting on their phones, and the one lady's like pointing her phone across the street there. You can see them from here. These goofballs over here. Look at this guy. Weirdos. Anyway, yeah. You go out here, and they've got this set up well now, so that they'll have some little silly shenanigan going on every time I go out. That only started this week with them having the dog sit directly in front of the house all the time. So that wasn't going on previously. So they just started doing that this week. But again, like, is that something that you would typically do? You got a dog like that size, it's not on a leash, and then they put it right out in front of the house. And you can see they're both like looking over here. Like the big fat guys, they're looking over, and then there's the dog there too. But look at it, see it sitting there? Right out on the street. So if someone walks by there and that thing bites them or something like that, they would clearly be legally responsible for that. Because it's not on the property, it's on the sidewalk. But again, that's done to send a message, right? To the target. And they're told to do things like that. But yeah, I mean, that's very obvious. You have a dog, like that type of dog, no leash, and you sit it directly in front of the house and have it just sit there. Again, recalling the situation where that guy let another dog off a leash, letting it go towards me, and fortunately I had footage of it too. And I told him if it bites me, I have camera footage of it. So and then he started screaming a bunch of nonsense at me. So I have footage of that too. That's one of the little techniques that they'll use to send a message to the target, right? Now, no reasonable, sensible person would have a dog like that in front of, like, okay, one thing to have it in front of your house if it's, you know, on a leash or something like that. On the sidewalk, on a public area there, that is not a part of their property, and having it just sit there and, you know what I mean? So obviously they don't want people to walk on that. That's an indication that they don't want people to walk on that side of the street. And if you do, you could get bitten. So... it was there the other evening when I went out too. They had it sitting out in front. Now it didn't do anything, so they probably have it trained. And again, it may not bite anyone at all. But the point is, like most other things in the operation, to send a message, right? So that type of thing is done to send a message, specifically to me. So yeah, it's not like I want to walk on that side of the street anyway. It doesn't really matter. That's not really the point, but just showing that to show how clear and obvious it is. And they want to make it obvious with things like that. So, and who knows for sure, right? Like, those people could be compromised drug dealers or something like that. They always seem to be out on the porch there when I go by. And then again, you can see the lady pointing her phone towards me as I came across today on the other side of the street. And then the big fat guy comes out and starts just sitting there yapping on his phone as well and looking over. So continue to document that house. It'll be interesting to see how long they continue to do that, because they weren't doing that they just started doing that thing with the dog, positioning the dog out front this week, a couple days ago. And now this is either third day I've noticed them doing it. So yeah, be interesting to see how that progresses. And that's also done, I think, because they want the target to say something to these people to start some sort of conflict. So I'm not going to say anything to them at all, but I'm just going to record what they're doing to show how obvious it is. Still got that dog out there. I bet he's still out there. And you saw also the police drove by that area there on the street where the dog is. So you got to wonder why they didn't say anything about it. If it's still out there, I don't know if it's still out there. Maybe it will be when I come across her. But again, I'm not positive on what the laws are in Quebec with regards to that. But if you did that in Ontario and Toronto, the cops would be called very quickly, and the owner would be told to either get the dog on a leash or get it back onto his property, because that's obvious what he's doing there. But anyway, but yeah, it's done to get a reaction. Hurry up. So yeah, the cops drove down that street there, right where the guy's house is, with the dog out in front, where he intentionally placed the dog. And if it's still there, you must know that they passed by seeing it there and didn't say anything about it, so we'll see. Now, there's no question that the cops coordinate these operations with these people who they have working as quote-unquote citizens watch groups. Oh no, it's gone in now, see? Yeah. Yeah, convenient that it's gone in when the cops come by. That's that house there. They'll do that regularly, I bet. We'll see. Keep recording if they do.